This is my presentation on ghosts, omens, and what is reality, a critique of the evidence. This is based on a presentation that was given in person in February of 2019 in Portland, Oregon. My methodology is to study ghost stories from all around the world, every continent and any place that actually had ghost stories. There's very striking similarities between all the separate cultures that I studied, and they each have a different way of looking at the afterlife. But the ghosts were described in similar ways in all of these cultures. They have a lot of things in common, and that is what made me very curious. How did that happen? So the things that ghosts have in common is that they tend to stay on their side of the divide unless there is absolutely some reason for them to come over here. They tend to be associated with a trauma that happened in some relationship to the ghost sighting, and they usually mean that something is amiss. And these are the things that are common in all the cultures. Ghosts are also believed to see everything and know a lot. Most of them are missing some sort of body part: hands, face, feet. They also don't stick around very long, usually only a few moments. In all of these cultures, the word for ghost starts with something about air or being as light as air. But let's take a look at omens. Omens are totally inconsistent. Owls could mean very different things. The Greeks thought they were wise. The Romans thought they brought in illness or bad fortune. Some Native American tribes believe that they are bad luck, or they are a symbol of death. There's a Finnish culture that believes that owls follow you if you're stupid. Ravens in Aesop's fables were kind of a character that did the wrong thing, but in Native American cultures, they're a character that is very clever and likes to trick others. The woolly caterpillar is a harbinger of winter, but only if you remember which colors mean what. And I've heard so many differences of opinion on that I can't believe there's any consistency whatsoever. Black cats are not consistent as tellers of bad luck, and groundhogs, unfortunately, as much as we want to believe in them, are also just superstitious. But what is real? Okay, reality comes in these different flavors. We have consensus reality, which is the reality we all believe in some basic way so that we can talk to each other. We have a staged reality, which is the myth that we all know are bullshit, like laws are made because they're moral, or all parents are responsible adults. We have observed reality, and that's the reality that a stage magician gets to play with, because if you're not observing it, it must not be real. A projected reality is the realm of finance or geometry or risk management or quantum physics, things that we can't touch, but we kind of do agree that they exist. Personal reality is where you pick your own religion, you pick your own dog, and more important, your dog becomes your religion. Personal reality is where we find little kids with invisible friends and people who decide that they want to believe in fairy tales. Scientific reality really doesn't tell us anything. It just tells us what things are not. So science isn't about discovering the truth. It's about what isn't there. And then there's alternative reality, which is the land of conspiracy theorists and people on psychedelics. So the big difference between ghosts and omens is that ghosts appear in most other forms of reality, where omens are only in your personal reality.